Hey there everyone, it's CKRedneck again. Your last video, you seen phase 1 of the Sears LT10 racing mower. Tonight I'm going to work on the seat mount fender a little bit. As you recall, this is the stock fender off of it. Sits pretty high. I'm going to do some cutting. I'm going to basically I had this green fender off another mower and I just kind of sat it there just to see, but I'm basically going to make the stock fender fit like the screen fender, except have it come all the way down to the deck, and the green fender is not quite as wide as it needs to be in that, but it was just kind of a mock-up thing. It was sitting there anyway, so I figured I'd grab it. But so anyways, I'm going to start out. I'm going to do some measuring, and I'm going to cut most of the black area out of the front of this, get it down as far as I can onto the tires, and then go from there. So we're going to shut it down for a second. We're going to do some marking, laying out, and then we'll do some cutting. So anyways, as you can see, not too much to it. I'm just going to start right out from where the original notch was in the front of the fender, and I'm going to go up about 4.5 inches I got to spare to try to drop down here, and I'm going to take that 4.5 inches out and do a test fit and see how it goes. Of course, I'm just going to use my handy old buddy, my little 4.5 inch angle grinder, basically, or air grinder, with a zip disc in it, and just work that piece out, and we'll give it a test fit and we'll see how it goes. Alright, let's get grinding. So here we are, still in the rear fender drop. So I've cut the center of the black out and I've got it down over the frame just to kind of get an idea of what was going on. Now I kind of like the way it's pushed back closer to the tire. You can see right here, but it's kind of nice that the seat's back some, but I'm too far back this way. I'm too close to the tire, so I got to move it up some anyways. So I'm probably going to go back to the stock location and just put my seat closer to the back as far as I can when I bolt it in, just to get my distance back. And then that way I don't have to muss around and try to close the gap here or anything like that. But I've transferred the line. You can see it coming across the fender there. I figured since it's in there and everything's straight, I'd transfer the line across, and I'll whiz wheel it off too and move everything back up, and then we'll see where we go from there. I'm sure I'll have to cut more out for the shifter hole there. So, but like I say, you can just see my mark where I've transferred over, and we'll move it up. So, all right, so we're slowly but surely moving along. I got the middle black part cut down like we were doing at first. I did the outside wings where it meets up with the mower here. Didn't do too bad. Got it fairly straight. Like you seen there, before I cut out, I kind of put it on the mower and used it as a template as to where to cut it once I had the black piece cut. Now I've cut out the shifter hole. It needs a little bit of prettying up, but basically it's going to work. My upper gears are just right there, and actually I've bent the shifter just a little bit to give me a little more room. And once I get the back of the seat mounted up, there's got to be a bracket that goes underneath in between the frame here, cover up that space. But anyways, once I get that in and get it all kind of centered out and figured out there, it actually will go into gear, and a little bit of tinkering will get that just right. I got a better seat than what that Hika Hunka was outside, so we'll put that on once we get the back bracket made up here, and then we'll go from there. So one more step in the progress. Alright, so here it is. Pretty much a finished product, we'll call it. Not quite, but ended up taking 4 inches out of the seat height, no problem. Fender moved up a little bit. It's not a big deal. Actually, it's pretty comfortable as far as where the seat goes and that. Like I say, eventually someday I'm going to do like a seat cutout, put the seat right in it, but for right now she's 4 inches down. I got the back support cut, welded in, the 2 front holes drilled out, and that's it. It's pretty much ready to go. I got a little bit of pretty up the shifter hole a little bit. Other than that, she's pretty much ready to go.